Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Pour. And today we have the Barnes, Tony, and Michael show here on a Thursday, the Thursday before New Year's, and the return of Anthony.
That is right, dude. What's up, brothers? Good to be back here. Super stoked to talk some sports with you guys here. Clammy hands, Brian.
Barnes, he was tight at me that I didn't give him a hug when I saw him.
Wow.
But I was waiting for this.
Literally all day yesterday, saw me. Didn't even say hello, even. Asked me how anything was. Nothing. How are you doing?
Wow.
How was the commute? How was your Christmas? What did you get for Christmas? Nothing.
You know,
dude.
I don't want to be picking sides here, but why is it that Tony's always involved in the center of controversy, you know? I mean, somebody's got to be right?
Draymond Green-esque?
Yeah, a little bit.
What?
A little bit. I'm just saying, there's always a situation. Somebody's tight, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So you're saying it's me?
Yeah.
Without directly saying that, I guess, which I guess is now direct. Yes. I'm just messing with you. But honestly, how was your Christmas?
The Christmas was great, dude. You know, obviously a lot going on. You know, what did I get home like day before Christmas Eve? Chinese food right away, dude. That was solid. The food was phenomenal. Obviously, the next day the errands, the pizza on the go though because of the errands, and obviously Christmas Day the lasagna, dude. So the food was great. Christmas gifts for the cousins, man. A little bit of drinking, obviously. Nothing crazy, you know, a little tequila and eggnog. Separately, eggnog with like a vanilla liqueur.
Okay.
Delicious. And then like shots of tequila. My cousins, this is my mother's brother. They're big tequila drinkers.
So I mean, you turned up a little bit.
Oh, that was nothing crazy, dude.
I mean, it was somewhat crazy.
It did get kind of crazy. One of my, my cousin has a kid, little Anthony. Go figure. And my dad got him like a little track car thing. You know, the ones that you build up with like the little metal cars on the track. You go around in circles. So we built that, you know, on Christmas Day, and that was a whole big to do. Did that a lot, so it was fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Best gift
that I got.
Yeah.
That's tough, dude. Well, I got a new Nintendo Switch, so that was like pretty sweet, dude. Like the newest one, like the new version, right?
Now, what's the difference, like with the one we played last?
Better screen, better graphics, better memory, better battery.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
nice.
So that's cool. But I don't know, man. I mean, obviously it's great. Thank you. That's great, and I love that. But my mom did get me these dope ass mustache combs.
So it was that is dope.
So literally, I was like, "Ma, this is dope, Ma."
Yeah.
And this one I'm sporting right now. This one made out of carbon fiber, dude.
So when you guys look over and Tony's stroking the stash, you know why?
Yeah. And I got a nice like a wood one, and then like a hand carved wood one.
Wow.
So that's gonna be great. I got 3 mustache combs. You know, keep one in the car, one in my bag, one at home.
Mm-hmm.
Be covered, dude.
That's awesome.
How was yours, dude?
Great Christmas.
Yeah.
Great food, and obviously, I mean, you're looking at the best gift right here.
That's pretty solid,
You can't
dude.
beat this.
Like,
and you heard me saying yesterday, we gotta freaking go. I mean, there's just know this and know that.
I know,
and especially this year, Tony. I mean, we can't miss out anymore.
I know we really can't, dude. It's tough. I would have killed it being there last night, beating the Caps too.
Oh my god, I was thinking about that. Yeah. And then also too, did get the new Madden. So we're saying gaming corner next week, and maybe the new Chell because I have some gift cards.
Oh, let's go. Yeah, dude.
All right.
Some gift cards.
Like Amazon gift cards.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome.
I could get
Hell
that.
yeah,
But
brother.
even if we don't get the new Chell, I mean, we could still just play last year's, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
But
dude.
the new Madden.
The new Madden is sick.
First game I played, I think it was 5 interceptions. Got shut out.
Online?
No.
Against the computer?
Against Benny.
Whoa.
Yeah. But then I did franchise mode, kind of got it down a little bit. But it's just more sensitive with the picks. So running the ball, Tony.
Oh
you
my
know?
God, that's so funny, dude.
But yeah, so yeah, we'll definitely have to do that next week for sure. And shout out to everybody joining us on Instagram live right now.
Hell yeah, dude.
Love having everybody with us. And yeah, I feel like I was gonna say something else, but maybe that was
The
it.
food, the drinking.
The food.
Dude, literally, like spiked eggnog is so freaking good, dude. My dad spiked it with this vanilla liqueur called 43. Freaking like
No, that is
unbelievable,
good.
dude.
That
Like
is
it's
good.
like that should be a real thing.
Oh, you know
dude.
where we went? I guess it was not last night, but the night before, right down the street from the Metcha in Stanford, Tutti Pazzi.
Okay.
You would really like it. And they have the dining room upstairs, which is
No
kind of
kidding.
cool. So you have, the main level there on Bedford Street, top level. There was like 6 of us,
Mhm.
couple appetizers, and I got the short rib, which comes with ricotta yonki.
Oh wow.
Unbelievable. And then we got a bottle of wine from Oregon, which was okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was just like, there was another one that we could have got from California or Italy or something, but I was just like, I've definitely never had wine from Oregon,
Right.
so I just wanted to try it. But yeah, wine was definitely the drink of the holiday.
But the
break for
Oregon
me.
wine was good. You like
It was
Oregon
solid,
wine.
but I think probably the Italy and Napa is probably better.
Yeah.
Honestly, but you know,
Yeah.
just one of those things you wanted to try. It was called Joe. I don't know if you ever heard of that. A Pinot Noir.
I love Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
Never heard of Joe though.
But honestly, like I don't have it enough, and I feel like most of the time, it's paired with food,
Mhm.
especially Italian. But I feel like wine's the way to go, honestly, because you don't need to go crazy. A couple glasses is nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like, and then you're not as like bloated or something if you're having like beers and stuff. I feel like you're a little tight. Just me mentioning.
I don't know about tight. I mean, I do love wine with dinner.
Yep.
But I mean, I guess that's really about it. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes wine makes me sleepy though.
Really.
Yeah.
But I mean, after all the conversations we have with you and Jay, you don't strike me as somebody who's drinking and gets sleepy. Honestly, you're like, oh yeah, 4 a.m. all the time. Really.
Yeah, but it's again, it's different if you're like at dinner with wine and food though. Then like you fill up. Like you know what I'm talking about though, and you're just like, oh. But I guess it's all right if that's all you're doing.
You're tight though.
I'm not tight, dude.
But you don't think like it? I don't know. There's just. But what about what I'm saying about like you're saying sleepy? But what about the anti-bloat though? Like you don't get bloated from wine.
No, I guess not. But you get a headache. Sugar.
Do you?
Yeah, you don't. Wine.
Well, I mean,
hangovers
are you having a whole Magnum? I mean, what's the deal here?
a whole Magnum. I'll probably. I mean, if I open the bottle, I'm gonna have the bottle.
Wait, but what's the thing called? Like, it's not a Magnum, but it's like a bigger, and it's not the bottle, but they put it in like the house wine. They'll put it in like this.
Oh, that jug.
Yeah. What you at a restaurant
yeah.
though? I'm not like, oh, I'm buying a jug at the liquor store.
Right.
I
don't know what that's called. Jug of wine.
Yeah, because we went to Polici's the other night, and Corral. Is it a Corral?
Maybe.
Could be.
Oh no. What do you call a jug of wine? No.
Okay. I mean, we'll figure it out eventually.
Corral.
Yeah.
I'll just type in wine corral. Corral. I don't know.
Nah. Hey, we tried.
Yeah. We'll get there one day. Someone probably in the comments is shouting it out.
Yeah. Definitely.
No.
Definitely. Speaking of the comments, I mean, we got a ton of comments. What do we got here?
Oh yes, of course. Kev, we'll start with him. Why not? He said, "Let's go, dude. We want the smoke. Finally, something to listen to in the morning. Because man, the fill-ins are not that good. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't dick ride people. If you're bad, you're bad." Speaking of dick riding, Michael Theophil in the building. Matthew Gabriel also says, "Let's go."
Searching.
And then Matthew
Where's the
Gabriel
football too?
says,
Did Tony
"Kev,
steal it? Like,
Kev, do." Matthew Gabriel says, "What it do?" And then my mother says, "Good morning, fellas."
Tony, look.
And then Matthew Gabriel says, "Hi, Mary. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow." What, dude? No. Let me get the comments.
No, give me one. Come on, Tony.
Yo, Dalton from TikTok says hi.
Dalton, what up, Dalton, dude? Yo, Kev Deuce says, Matty G. Kev Deuce says, "I'm a monster. I sleep cold winter, wake up and spit summers," he says, whatever that means. And then Josh B says, "Chat is hot pre-show. Let's fucking go. Rangers says hashtag TC, hashtag rep DTV, hashtag rep the sports port." And he goes, "Welcome back," says Kev Dew. Tony, hi, Bards. Hi, Mike, Kev Dew, rep TCA, rep DTV, rep the sports port. Josh B, welcome back, Tony. Thank you, dude. And then Josh B says, so glad everyone had a blessed Christmas. Me too. CP New York Sports Network says, what's up, y'all? What up, CP? Do we know CP? Company member?
Seems like it, but I'm just
100%?
Yeah, not 100%.
I would imagine so, because then Josh chimes in with the Chris, what up? And then
What up, bro?
Matthew gave us his wait, the wine. He says sulfates, mad sulfates in wine. Sulfates are bad for you.
Look it up.
I would imagine sulfate sounds anything with an 8.
Fatal?
Fatal. So fatal. Sulfate. Family of chemicals that contain a fully oxidized ionic form of sulfur. Sulfur can be good for you in combination with metal or hydrogen ions.
Go to that is sulfate.
Health. It can irritate the eyes, lungs. Why should you avoid sulfates? Whether it's laundry detergent, soap, or shampoo, sulfates can cause reactions to sensitive people.
I'm gonna just cut this off right now, because the doctor and Matthew of all people has mentioned this. Red wine, good for the hot. So yeah, there's no issues with the wine. Let's just cut it off at the knees right now.
Am I wrong? Like, isn't the whole point? Oh, what the fuck, dude?
The camera?
I'm gonna blame Michael on that one. Yeah. But isn't the whole point of like letting the wine breathe, because the sulfates build up in there,
Right?
And then when you let it breathe, the sulfates leave the bottle. Am I wrong on that?
I don't know, to be honest. Tony in the end zone.
Tony in the end zone.
Pretty decent throw.
Better than the first one, that's for sure.
I mean, well, let's see you.
Matthew gave. What do you mean, dude? I'm a dimes every time, dude. Danny.
Oh, that was a dime.
Dude.
Actually, that was pretty good. We'll give Tony that. That was good.
You started speaking before you even threw it, dude. Yo, Mike, can you change the battery for camera 4? Thank you, dude. And then Matthew Gabriel, as well as the sulfates, he says wine could contribute to the headache sport.
But honestly, weak of you, Tony. I have to say it all seriously.
No. I love wine, dude. Don't get me wrong.
Gives you a headache. Like that's
drinking a lot
all
of it.
The
Yeah.
drinking you've done over. Well, in all seriousness, because I know we always exaggerate here. Like, let's say wine is the drink of the night. You went out to dinner. Maybe afterwards you go home. You're watching the Rangers on the couch.
Still with the wine.
Yeah. Like, what is like? Are you going like a bottle to the dome over the course of a 6-7 hour night?
More than that.
2 bottles.
Bottle to the dome at the Ranger game by itself, probably. Then we're talking dinner with people.
So 2 bottles.
Easily, yeah.
Well, I mean, I think a bottle is sufficient, though. You know what I mean? That's going to get you where you need to be.
No.
See, overdoing it, that's the problem. Michael knows.
Tony can drink a lot, though.
He can drink a lot, but then if he's getting a headache, what's it for? You know?
What's up, hero?
Anyway, dude, more comments here. Danny V in the house saying, let's go. What up, fellas?
Let's go! Yeah.
Tony is back. What up, Barnes? I like these guys putting some respect on my name, Kev Do, finally. Josh B saying CP's in the chat. Kev Do saying Bernie kick rocks. And Bernie says, yo, Kev, how did you do in fantasy? Kick rocks, Kev. I would imagine, based on that question, Kev Do's not doing well in fantasy. I don't know about you.
I'm guessing that they had a matchup for the championship or semifinals. So that would make sense there. And I actually had an interesting fantasy story. Literally almost, Tony, like flipped out. Okay.
Really?
So I'm going into the 4:30 game on Christmas Day, which was the Giants and the Eagles. I had Darren Waller.
Mhm.
I was down 0.7. Okay. He doesn't catch a ball like the whole game. We're on the final drive, final minute.
Oh, shit.
2 catches to seal the deal. Now I'm in the championship this week. I would have flipped the fuck out, honestly. Like, talk about possibly the worst beat of all time. And then that was going to be Darren Waller is my least favorite player of all time. I mean, come on.
Really?
We can't catch a ball. But, it's the ineptitude of the Giants passing game, Cutlets getting benched, all of that. But I was
but he is good.
livid.
He's pretty good.
And then I got approached, too, by somebody yesterday. Oh, you want to, maybe, cut the deficit between first and second place for fantasy? And I'm like, I was thinking about it, but then I'm like, no. You know what? I want to go for it because usually if I make that conservative call, I end up winning and then end up costing myself less, more prize money. So I just said, no, we're not doing that. I'm going for it all and hoping to bring home a championship.
Confident?
This weekend, 100% confident.
Really? Who are you playing?
So I'm playing, you don't know him.
Oh, so you don't know?
But we'll Chris Wade is his name.
Chris Wade.
Jeff, I
Who the
think
fuck
his
is
comments
Jeff?
before. He's a Mets fan.
Okay.
A long time ago. You probably don't remember this, but he made some comment because he heard me chirping about the Mets broadcasting team, and he like commented about that.
Oh yeah.
We don't usually hear from him too much, but it was kind of funny. But regardless of that, Tony, I'm just jacked up. And it's crazy because it's like, I know you're not fantasy, isn't your expertise, but basically, usually you're starting one quarterback. But this league, we get a little crazy, extra flex spots. One of the flex spots is super flex. You could have a second quarterback. So quarterbacks are, of importance. You want to have a backup quarterback. So I drafted 3 quarterbacks, because there's not even enough for 12 teams, 36. There's not even 36 starting quarterbacks.
Right.
So I drafted Stafford, Stroud, and Trevor Lawrence. They've been awesome all season. Now Stroud and Lawrence in with the injuries. Stafford struggled early, been obviously on a heater recently. So I think I'm going to go. Stroud should be back this week. So go with Stroud, go with Stafford. And let's win a title.
Let's fucking go, dude. Chris Wade's going down.
See Wade.
Who does he have?
Do
you know what quarterbacks he has?
Joe Flacco is starting for him.
Oh shit! So tonight, dude.
Yes, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that. But
oh man,
can't beat fantasy. And I saw Jordan. What was it, last week? He's been the commissioner of our fantasy baseball league last 10 years. So we were talking keepers. Getting pumped up for that as well.
That's
I know
sick,
we're still a little whiles away, but love fantasy baseball. And I crack up at the notion of the people saying, oh, I can't do that. It's every
day. Like,
well, you know what?
Yeah.
How much time do you spend jerking off on your phone? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, no, in all seriousness, not literally, Tony. I know you take everything literally, but I'm saying, how often do people just spend just on their phone for an hour mindlessly just scrolling? You're telling me you can't manage a team for 10 minutes? Come on. Let's
no, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it really is, dude. Like, put some concentration into one thing.
Exactly.
Fantasy baseball's dope, dude.
Yeah. So I'm jacked up for that. I feel like there was something I was going to tell you, but now I don't remember, but maybe it'll come back.
I'm sure it will.
Good segue, though. Let's go to the world of the National Football League.
He wants Jefferson, climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness! Justin Jefferson, the catch of his life.
Burrow fires, intercepted, picked off at a pick six. Minka Fitzpatrick, an absolute ball hawk.
Niners twist up front and get to Tagovailoa. Bosa again. Mahomes escaping on the move, stops, spins, flips it forward for the touchdown.
Stop it.
Aaron Jones. Oh, what a tackle! Quincy Williams with a pile driver.
And I was just thinking about this because we were talking fantasy and, Kevin, Bernie going back and forth. I know Bernie, huge Nets fan. And I know, listen, this guy's streaky, but I know Bernie's a fan of him. Someone dropped Cam Thomas the other day. So picked him up, got a couple of those 30-point scoring games. So I was kind of riled about that. 10-person league, I get it. You're going to mismatch. We have a move limit. You can only pick up 4 guys a week. But I'm going to take Cam Thomas. I'm going to reap the benefits of those high-scoring games. So I just figured he would be riled for that. We know we have Thursday Night Football tonight, but before we get to that, something that none of us have talked to off camera, this just came out yesterday. Give me something, Tony. On Mr. Unlimited.
I was talking.
Crazy.
It is kind of crazy. I was talking to Mike about it before the show, and honestly, what I think Sean Payton's an ego fucking maniac and scapegoat, dude. So he's trying to blame Russell Wilson for the kerfuffle of the Broncos, but in reality, Wilson's probably gonna go on and continue to play well for a different team. Honestly, Mr. Unlimited or not, I don't know, man. I don't think that's the right move.
And it's interesting. I feel like very quickly, Tony, because of this. Now all of a sudden you're back in his court.
Russell Wilson?
Because of this.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not that I was never
you were pretty tight
out of his court. Yeah, last year.
Or Michael was more tight.
Michael was definitely more tight, but I was still like, this is ridiculous.
Right.
And then, again, like even earlier this season, I'm thinking, oh, all right, like Peyton kind of whipped him into shape.
Right.
But I don't know, dude. I think Peyton's losing it.
Yeah.
It's kind of staining his legacy a little bit.
You know what it reminds me of? And I know you're going to be like, this is just a ridiculous analogy, but it reminds me of Stearns rushing Buck out of there. Needs his guy. And obviously we know Peyton started the year with Russ, but it was just because of the contract language. And I don't know if you saw it in the report, but 2 months ago, they were trying to force him to restructure his deal so that more money isn't guaranteed if he gets injured before the start of next season. He refused to. They said, anytime we could bench you. now after that disappointing loss, because it's like, oh, we're not going to make the playoffs.
Right.
We're still holding out a little hope there. Technically, you can still make it. Would need a lot of help. So that's why they're going with Jared Stidham at quarterback. And it's interesting. They've had some trouble at the quarterback position since Peyton Manning retired. But I just think it's Sean Payton is forcing this hand here, and maybe some other coaches would have.
Get paid a lot of money.
I'm not sure Chokery would like this, but I did see Chad Ochocinco suggest this on Twitter yesterday. Steelers. What are your thoughts on that? Tomlin, I think they could, work that out. I mean, he's obviously a good coach.
Yeah, definitely.
And I mean, think about the upgrade that would represent over Pickett, over Rudolph, over Trubisky.
Yeah, I guess it would, dude.
Compared to that,
but,
you know what I mean?
Again, I don't know. I feel like it's just so tough though, because it's like, is Pittsburgh in any position to be? Oh, we can bring in Russ, and then we can be contending for a Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, you think about it this year. They've had 3 starting quarterbacks. They're 8-7. Their defense, TJ Watt's going to lead the league in sacks again. You have George Pickens. There's been some trouble there. He might get traded, but you still have other talented receivers: Fryer, Muth, Johnson. But I think, compared to what he was working with the Broncos and just the whole thing with Sean Payton and his ego, I could see that working really well. I compare it to like the Jets this year. If they had Russell Wilson, you know what I mean? It would have looked a lot different. So I think you can't underestimate that. Yeah. And to me, it seems like a spot that I could see him going. Maybe Washington wants to jumpstart the reboot, the new ownership group. I could see that. I mean, does anywhere else stand out for you next year that would be, a fit for him?
I don't know, dude.
Vegas.
Saints.
If Adam stays, Saints are tied in with Carr. Contractually. That's why I'm kind of thinking Pittsburgh. Tomlin is a good job of holding things together. No one knew that Antonio Brown was a psycho for 7 years. I mean, that deserves a Hall of Fame. There.
Panthers.
Panthers. Bryce Young.
Don't they kind of not like him though?
You don't cut a first overall pick 1 year in.
No. But maybe it's a scenario where bring in Russ for a couple years, let him develop underneath Russ, and then you'll have your franchise quarterback. Because again, how many years is Russ going to be playing for more? Honestly, you think he's going to be a good professional level quarterback for the next 5 years?
At least 3. And it looks like contractually, I mean, sure, there'll be some restructures, but that's what it would be. It would be, that you could have a couple years of them. So I think that makes sense at the end of the day.
Yes, it does.
But Peyton, you know what else pisses me off with Peyton? The way he wears his glasses. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like hanging off the face. I don't get why coaches do that. Also, why are you wearing glasses?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, when they're down here, you mean?
Reading the play sheet.
Yeah, he's an old man, dude. Dude, I couldn't believe too. I was talking about it with Mike too. He's 60, I think 59. He looks way older than that, dude.
Well, he's been around a while.
Yeah. Got married 2 years ago though. Hot new wife
after the divorce.
Yeah.
But think about it too. He was an assistant under Parcells twice. In with the Giants and then with the Cowboys. So he's been around a while. He was the Saints coach for 15 seasons. So he's been involved in this game, a long time. But it's interesting to see, what they do. And again, teams get so antsy to get rid of quarterbacks. But then you think about what they're going to replace them with, especially the Broncos fan base. Since that 2016 Super Bowl, they haven't made the playoffs. I don't think next season, they want to just throw a rookie in there. Oh, maybe we'll win 5 or 6 games. They're tired of rebuilding. They want to, contend. Maybe a potential Russ for Kyler Murray swap in Arizona.
Oh, really? That'd be good for the Broncos.
I'd be interested to see what Peyton would do with Murray, but then again, he'd probably tie it to work ethic. I mean, you saw how he just unleashed, and then he was calling out Russell Wilson. What'd you get? But he's like, "You're not the president. Stop kissing babies."
That's really? What he said. Oh my God, it's gonna be a whole big thing. He's gonna continue to chirp Russ and everything, dude. He's just gotta keep his mouth shut.
Peyton?
Yeah. What the hell is he doing?
Stidham probably will play terrible too.
I feel like he hasn't had that type of mouth on him ever in his career, dude.
Drew Brees.
Because Drew Brees was just good.
Favorite quarterback. Yeah. Are you really gonna get that tight?
Yeah, I guess.
So kind of crazy. I get that there was animosity, but I thought they would see it out. And even though the playoff hopes are faint, I thought they would at least see it out, for the rest of the season. But I guess they're going to go with Stidham these last 2 games. So be interesting to see, what happens.
Yes, no, it'll be very interesting to see what happens. And needless to say, I do think, like I said earlier, Russ is going to go on to a different team and definitely be good for another year or two. And I guess we'll see where that is. Do you think?
Oh God,
you think it's like in the off season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know how he's even on in the building at this point. After
Honestly,
this whole thing, it's like. But I guess Jimmy G, same thing, and he's been dealing with this since week 4.
Yeah.
So be interesting. We do have the start in the last Thursday Night Football game of the year.
Let's go, dude.
Prime Video, one more clunker for Al Michaels. We have the Trevor Siemian led Jets storming in to Cleveland Browns Stadium to take on the Browns, to take on Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco. Line opened at 7. We're up to 7.5 now. Totals at a pedestrian 34.5. The Browns handled the Texans last week. They were playing with a backup quarterback. Obviously, the Jets playing their 3rd string quarterback at this point, 4th string quarterback. Any chance this is compelling?
Compelling? Perhaps, dude.
Pretty good throw there. It might have been my
very
best one
solid,
ever.
dude. Yeah, right in the bread basket.
Usually you're
dude.
overextending.
Compelling. The storyline here. Flacco, it's his former team. Obviously the Jets are in a position where they want to lose, I would imagine too. And it's like now they won last week. People were tight that they won last week too. It's
and then on a 57 or 54 or something like that.
Megatron looked good.
But he's questionable too, so they'd have to bring in a practice squad kicker if he can't go. Obviously, you need your kicker if you can't score touchdowns.
Oh, he is questionable. Why is he questionable?
I don't know. Go to his player page quick. Quads. You need your quads to kick. Well, he's had an outstanding season,
dude. Literally, I think he's made his last 28 field goals, something like that.
30 or 31. That's tough to do.
And dude, they don't I don't know. A lot of these field goals aren't easy field goals for him. They're from 45 yards out.
Dude. The breakdown of the field goals. Do they have it here? Season.
Oh, here we go. Regular season here.
Okay. 50s are what? 5 of 6.
Yeah, 5 of 6.
And then so 15 of 16 from 40 plus.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
That's really good, dude. His average is 39. His long is 55 this season.
And shout out to Benny. I just got a notification. He's watching on Facebook. I think we had him on Instagram last time. Maybe not.
Nice,
maybe he always goes Facebook.
Could be.
But he's tuned in right now, and I think he missed it. But I was explaining about the Madden game. But don't worry, Benny. I'll get it together next time. I'll get a win. That was an atrocious performance. So. Just was forcing the ball. We've talked about it so many times, and we'll see next week. Gaming Corner, Tony.
Maybe you want to bring Benny.
Wow, that would be interesting.
Rematch, dude, for all the world to see.
That definitely would be something. But yeah, that would be funny. But now with this game, with the picks here, so right now, we have really just today and then tomorrow. And then that's the end of this pick segment. It came on quick.
Oh my God, that's right, dude. Yeah, what's the stat?
I'm up 22-21.
Oh shit,
so,
my guy.
We got some hockey tonight. We'll do this game and then all the football tomorrow. But what do you think here? I don't know. You just seem like a guy. You love your Jets with the points. I can't do it, but if you want to do it, you can.
Wait, so you take the Browns
minus 7.5 any day of the week?
All right, I'll take the Jets to cover those points.
And then since I kind of, led you to that, what do you want to do on the total?
Oh God, the total. I hate picking totals, dude.
I know, me too.
34.5, right? So what is that, 17-17
or 18-17?
18-17 would hit the over. Yeah, I guess give me the over.
Okay. All right. So I'll go under.
How do you feel about how do you feel about that? Having the
fine.
Under?
The Jets might score 3 points.
You think so though?
This defense, number 1 home defense in the NFL. Miles Garrett is an animal. He's due for some sacks.
I don't know, dude.
But hey, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
fine. So all right. So Tony Jets, +7, and then over 34.5, 7.5, 34.5. And what about just at the end of the day, like what we're gonna see? Simeon, Flacco. What do we got here?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like Simeon will surprise a little bit. He's had some surprisingly like pretty significant play. I wouldn't say like again, not like consistently good, dude.
Yep.
Look at our boy right here on the TV.
Berman?
Yeah. What you call it? He's had like long plays. I feel like he's had like some good throws, some deep plays, like again, like drive changing plays. So I think you're gonna see some scoring with the Jets. Maybe they can score like 17, 20 points. A couple touchdowns, a couple field goals. And then I think what you're gonna see though is just the Browns, outscoring them like that's been happening to the Jets all season long. I'm thinking maybe like a 24-20 win by the Browns.
I would be shocked.
Maybe
if the Jets
27-20
could even get into double digits tonight. Honestly.
Really?
I mean, the Washington, like you can't go by last week. They have the worst defense in the NFL. Jets stand no chance with this.
And they
Literally
got blown
no
out by the
chance.
Dolphins the week before.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if Amari Cooper's going to be playing. Cooper's was questionable Thursday night game.
I mean, after a franchise record, Tony,
Heel
you would think he
injury.
would be in there.
Yeah, you would think so. But the heel, dude.
Imagine if the Cowboys didn't trade him.
I can't believe they did, honestly.
Yeah.
That's pretty
I mean,
far
he
out there.
changed the complexion of their team when he came over a few years ago. And then,
Yeah.
he has one down year. No, he's not worth the salary. Well, we have Brandon Cooks and Michael Gallup as our second receivers.
Yeah, kind of a bad move by them.
Would you say hands down Stefanski coach of the year or no?
It has to be,
4
right?
quarterbacks,
Yeah.
playoff berth basically locked up.
Mm-hmm.
Going with a guy who was on his couch a couple weeks ago, winning
Literally.
games,
Almost like 7-1 at home. That's crazy, dude.
completely
Too.
switching the offense.
Yeah.
Run first team to pass first.
Mm-hmm.
So it's insane.
Dealing with injuries still too, like
Right.
Chubb out. Like that was
Right.
a huge loss, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you're saying 24-20. I think this is gonna be 24-6. I don't think the Jets will ever be in this football game. This Browns defense is too good. We're gonna see that tonight. I mean, I'm sure just for Al Michaels' sake, he's hoping it's more competitive. But I loved what they did with Brees. It was finally like, let's just load
Run
up
him.
with Brees.
Yeah.
I think it was 31 touches, 21 carries, 10 catches.
That's crazy.
We haven't seen him do that all year.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they'll try to do that. But how are you gonna block this defensive line?
I know.
You know?
That's tough, dude.
In breaking news,
Oh yeah.
Matthew Gabriel says, I am en route. Hombre. Let's go. So that straight from the horse's mouth, Tony.
That's awesome, dude. Straight from the horse's mouth. I love to see that. What breaking news to come into, dude. I hope someone came in and was like, hell yeah, dude.
And I said, you better come.
Yeah, so looking forward to seeing Matt.
But I'm coming for blood,
Like I
Michael.
said, I think this is going to be a blowout, but maybe we'll get better results than we think.
I hope so, dude.
And just kind of to wrap up the football conversation, I don't know about you, but I thought this weekend was just crazy with the surprises. How about the Chiefs? Aiden O'Connell throwing for 69 yards.
Unbelievable.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely some crazy games for sure. I mean, I don't know if it was at least with the Chiefs. I don't know if it was because it was Christmas. Maybe they just weren't in the right mindset,
people
dude.
I'm not
Right?
buying into it, but people are doing like the Swift jinx.
Oh my god, dude. Dude, it's mad funny, dude. They were cutting her a lot on that game, and dude, honestly, and I think it's become. I'm really starting to see. I think announcers are literally avoiding saying who that is
Yeah.
because every time they cut to her, they're talking about something totally different, dude. And it's like, why? Like they're making a point, I think, to stop mentioning it because it's like, why are we cutting to her?
Yeah,
anyway,
we don't.
dude?
There's nothing to say.
Yeah, nothing to say.
Matthew Gabriel says trap game for the Browns. I don't think so. I think they've been motivated all season long. I don't expect this game to be any different.
Raiders.
Kev wants some respect on the Raiders' name. Let's just say this, Kev. Antonio Pierce has done a hell of a job. And it does seem like there's some momentum. I know there's been some chirps about Gruden potentially coming back, but also there's been a parallel. They don't bring back Bisaccia for the full-time job a few years ago, make the mistake with McDaniels. People are thinking because Pierce seems to have garnered the, respect of the locker room, that he might be getting that full-time coaching job. I mean, is it as simple as, and I know, there's questions at quarterback. Will they keep Adams? You want offensive talent. But in your eyes, I mean, is it like, if it's not broken, you don't fix it?
Yeah.
With Pierce, I mean, just give him the full-time position. Raiders have had a turnstile of coaches the last 20 years.
That's for sure. So, I mean, again, that revolving door of coaches the last few years, I mean, how do you expect to get anything done in terms of bringing players in, player development? I mean, new coaches is a significant change. We see that all the time in sports. So I don't know. I think maybe having him around consistently, I mean, the team is going to only get better, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, it seems like they like him. Like you said, I think he's earned the respect of the locker room, and that's huge.
Right. I mean,
especially for that organization,
Yeah.
So if they're able to keep him, I would say, yeah. I don't know what's his history, this guy.
I mean, he has barely had any coaching experience
at all.
He was, on the Giants,
Right.
Super Bowl years and stuff.
Has he coached college?
I mean, we'll actually just take
Anthony Richardson, right?
quick. Anthony Richardson.
What's his name?
Antonio Pierce.
Antonio Pierce. I don't know.
Wow, Tony. That's the Colts quarterback who's out for the year. He was Arizona State. He was an assistant under Herm.
Interesting.
And let's see. He's been with the Raiders since
school.
2022 as the linebackers coach. So he was the head coach of a high school, actually. I didn't realize that. Okay. Had a pretty good career for sure as a player. But yeah, I mean, I think the Raiders, who have had a coaching problem, you have good culture. I think that goes a long way. So wouldn't be surprised, if that ends up being the case, that he gets the promotion. Maybe they bring in some type of stalwart, up and coming coordinator on the offensive side of the ball. And
I think Gabriel agrees, by the way, with Pierce.
Give it to Pierce. They deserve it. And he also says he's a
player's coach. They would love to play for him. It looks like they already
Very true.
do.
I mean, maybe you get Adams to stick around. You give Jacobs a new contract. You rebuild the offensive line. And then you let Russ cook, or no?
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. You got it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Mean, you could see it working.
I do. I know. I think it's just like time for that organization too. Like a turnaround of coach, a different quarterback coming in who's been around the league.
Yeah.
Like that franchise needs some type of jump start.
Sierra in Vegas with Ross, that might happen, honestly. So that we'll say Vegas, we'll say potentially the Steelers.
Yeah, I feel real good about that call.
But I just think with Sierra, I know, she was in Denver, but I think, she was in Seattle before that, but I'm sure she'd like to live in a place that's, better for her performing career.
Yes,
right?
I would think so. And Vegas is certainly that. I don't know. Is she still performing? What is she still?
I am sure she, is doing something, no?
Right?
At least book signings.
Does she have a book out?
I mean, she could pull one out, right?
Yeah.
If you're famous, you can do anything, right? Maybe she'll be a commentator on Prime Video next year. So yeah, we got that tonight. We'll go over the games tomorrow. One other thing too, what caught me off guard, I have to say, and it seems like again, we're setting up for it. The Cowboys going down to Miami, Tony.
What are you setting up? Going down in Miami or going down to
meaning like they lose on the road.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to start the playoffs on the road, most likely. Same thing. I mean, I thought they were a tougher team going into that game than Miami. Miami hadn't beaten them with a winning record. I know it was by the skin of their teeth, but I just don't see it with Dallas, come playoff time.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it's tough. They have that hump of the first round, right? They didn't get past the first round last year, did they?
Last year they did, but they played Tampa, and they might play them again potentially.
Oh gosh, like Baker, that's right,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, so you're talking. Oh, it's so tough. The one and done, dude.
Yeah, so either a game behind the Eagles, and then the
did Dak have a lot of turnovers against Miami?
No,
he didn't have any.
No, but just problems, finishing drives, field
Right.
goals.
And I think it seems like Tony Pollard's having an issue.
We were talking about. I was talking about that. I think yesterday. I was saying, what a mistake. He's great. You need him in a timeshare with somebody. You can't have him be the guy and give him 250. I mean, he's just going to wear it out. That's how you keep him fresh. That's where yards per carry this year. But and how about this too? So they would Tampa would host them. Now, right now, if that game was going to be played in an hour, Tony, who would you take?
In an hour?
Yeah. Money line, have to walk the plank.
I guess Tampa, dude, right?
Wow.
I mean,
Revenge spot from last year.
Yeah. Baker's hot.
Unbelievable. They're talking contract extension. I mean, who saw that coming, right?
Yeah, I know, right? But no, even so this year too. I mean, we talked about it this season. I mean, he looked very, underwhelming to start the season off.
Yeah.
And clearly, maybe, I don't know if it's something, maybe it's just Evans in general, but something
Godwin.
started to click. Yeah, Godwin, they do have some good
White, I think,
some
can be
targets for
talented.
him. Yeah.
Running back.
So I mean, they do have some solid pieces. Their defense isn't terrible. And I guess Baker just came into his own. Because again, you're seeing some of his throws. I feel like the past few games have been just on a rope, dude.
Yeah.
Especially and like long passes to Evans, just right in the basket, like perfect throw. So yeah, dude. I mean, there we go.
Well, if you think
Brian Toe's
about
hot.
how he had the best success ever since he's been playing football, he was at Oklahoma, had a good offensive line, so had time to throw, and then had talented wide receivers.
Mhm.
Didn't really have that in Cleveland, and he's had it in Tampa, and he's had success.
Which is great to see because we talked about his story.
Yeah.
He looked like the bad guy
Right.
over there for the Browns.
right.
Plays where you see Odell wide open and he's just not throwing the ball.
Right.
So it's nice to see him, finally, I guess in his fifth season.
I think it's his sixth
season.
Yeah.
He's only 28, 29,
So I think is 28.
28. So maybe it's his
Came in the
seventh.
same year as Sam Darnold, which was 2017, I believe.
So 6 seasons.
6 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah. So, that'll be interesting. And how about what we got for the first round of the playoffs? If the season ended today, we would have a rematch of that Monday Night Football game from a couple weeks ago. Seahawks at Eagles. And I think that one was actually in Seattle. So it would be flip-flop, but I think that would be compelling. And then we would have Stafford's return to Detroit, which would be, I think, ridiculous. And then the Tampa Cowboys game. So I think that really sets up well for wildcard weekend. And then on the AFC side, you'd have Miami hosting the Colts. That could be a snooze fest. But the Chiefs hosting the Bills and then the Jags hosting the Browns. I mean, pretty compelling, no?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Chiefs Bills, obviously, it would be pretty crazy. I guess even Jags Browns at this point too.
Like, give me
With
Flacco
Joe.
at this point, the way that the Jags are looking. Right?
I mean, Trevor Lawrence has got to be so banged up right now, dude.
Yeah.
You can see it.
And they're hanging on by a thread.
Mhm.
So they're technically in a three-way tie, Jacksonville, Indy, Houston, but Jacksonville has all the tiebreakers. So all they need to do is finish at least with the same record as Indy and Houston, and they'll win the division.
Oh wow.
So that'll be interesting. But yeah, the way the Browns are playing, I would definitely take the Browns in that one. Would you take the Bills to win in KC?
I don't think so.
No, even though it looks horrendous.
I know it really does, dude. What was going on? The drop passes, the miscues on offense, the turnovers, the penalties.
Yeah. But also, a lot of we're throwing balls that nothing's downfield.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's no separation, but everything's behind the line. And I think it's 4 of 6 that they've lost. That's just unacceptable.
Yeah. No, it isn't. It is.
So-
And I don't know. They got to figure it out, dude.
Yeah. And it's Bengals on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
So you'd think they would. Is that one in Cincy?
Let's see.
No.
at
Okay.
home.
So you'd think they would win that one. But,
You would think so.
and then Chargers. So
Probably another win.
get to 11-6,
Yeah.
and then get ready for the Bills. I would think so. We'll see. Exciting time in the NFL, Tony.
Yeah.
But that being said, let's go to the world of the National Hockey League.
speed. Here he comes. McDavid shoots. Top shelf. He scores. Captain with the overtime winner. That's a nail break. It's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping. Rink wide. Made the full split save.
Are you kidding me?
Turn. Side of the net. Between the legs and they score. Filthy. David Pasternak. The silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
Any insight on your mother making the espresso martini call?
Yes, her and I, Christmas Eve dinner, La Fontana, we went out to dinner. Just my parents and I, very lovely restaurant right up the block. Right next to my high school, up the block from my home. And naturally, you order a dinner drink, espresso martinis. And my mother doesn't drink a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So she sips on normally what I get, and she like a drink of her own, whatever. She got like an Aperol spritzer, which is also, I don't know if you've had an Aperol spritzer.
I think
freaking
like once
awesome.
or twice, yeah.
But so that was my drink of choice that night, dude. Espresso martinis at dinner,
Okay.
as well as an Irish coffee with dessert, dude.
Those are good. Those are good.
Those are like, talk about putting some lead in your pencil, dude.
I know we've talked about it, but wine is very good, but I really could just go with the coffee drinks all night, honestly, with the mix with the liqueur.
Dude.
I mean, it's just
Yeah.
the flavor, because coffee's great.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
And then it jacks you up. And even Renee and I were talking about it yesterday. Like Renee was saying how she had made a pot of coffee for Christmas Day just to be there whenever she wants.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and then I think she said she had ended up having an Irish coffee too. So it's like, dude, so sick, dude. Especially like you said, just jacks you up. You get a little more alcohol in you. You get caffeinated.
Yeah.
Just ready to keep going, dude.
Completely jacked.
Right?
Dan Campbell. Josh B's jacked.
He is jacked for Antonio Pierce. He deserves it.
Yeah.
He agrees with Maddie. He's hyped, jacked up for Maddie, dude.
That is a sound mind out of there for Josh B.
Yes.
So we did have the return of the NHL last night, and that's why I had to run back to Jersey today. The Rangers all over the Capitals, 5-1. And really was just a sound game from start to finish. But a little bit of a damper second period. Trouba leaves with an injury, and I believe still no update, Tony.
So again, I was kind of following along here. We did see it end up being an elbow from Tom Wilson, actually.
Oh, what a surprise.
Tom Wilson was kind of on a little bit of a rush here. Towards the net. Trouba, of course, going across the ice, looking to play some defense. And it seems like that, you see Wilson, kind of tugging the elbow out there. It was very subtle, but it does catch Trouba kind of in the jaw, face, maybe neck area. And then I think he played a couple more shifts early second period. And then I went to the locker room, did not return, upper body injury. And it seems like, as per my sources, basically, he could be missing the next game, but it's upper body injury, and they're just still evaluating him. No other news so far, as of like 47 minutes ago. So you never know. I guess what has come out.
But judging by your tone, and I'm sure they have to run tests, this, that, doesn't seem overly serious.
No, it doesn't really seem overly serious. Again, I mean, the only thing I'm worried about is elbow to the jaw at that speed. I mean, it could have broken his jaw, and we've seen players time and time again too continue to play with a broken jaw and even come back after a few days, with the little chin guard thingy that comes off the face mask, off the visor. So I don't know. I think worst case scenario, it's a broken jaw. But again, I mean, players still play with broken jaws, so I'm not that worried about it in terms of his playing time. I think. Yeah.
And obviously, we've talked about what a great group of defensemen they have there.
Unbelievable.
Speaking of great defensemen, how about Miller? 3 points last night, 2 goals.
Let's go, dude.
Maybe some ascension there with Condre Miller, and he's in his early 20s, right? Mid 20s. He's like 24, 25, right?
Yeah, probably 25 now.
Yeah.
I want to say. But yeah, dude, talk about a guy coming into his own. And I'm gonna pull up the goal here. I got it. I got a little handy. But dude, what a freaking goal by him. This is gonna be pretty sweet. So you're basically, what you're looking at here, I believe, is going to be Miller at the top of your screen, top left, right? He passes this down to, I think, Adam Fox. I could be wrong. But anyway, it's a little give and go scenario here. gives it down to Mika. Mika gives it back to him, and just a filthy freaking backhand.
When I see a shot like that, though, it's almost like, should this guy be on offense?
No, literally, though. But you love to see that because he does. We see him make some phenomenal defensive plays. But again, the offensive mind, the chemistry of this team. Again, it's something you don't see a lot. A defenseman at the blue line gives the Mika, and he just charges the net, looking for that pass immediately, finds that hole. And then you actually see right here, again, making a great play. I think it's right off the pass, right there. Look at that stick lift by Miller. Whoever is on him trying to defend him and break up that pass, lifting his stick up like that is the reason why Miller was able to get that pass so down low. And then Strome is right there, tries to break in. But that backhand, I mean, Darcy just did not see that coming, too. Like, pad side, too, went short side on him. And I didn't go. Normally, you would see players go where the space is. The space is glove side. But he goes short side over the blocker. Like, what a pinpoint backhanded shot. Unbelievable, dude. Like, what a freaking goal by him.
I mean, is there, I know, sometimes we get, prisoner of the moment, I guess you could say, but I mean, is there a chance, he really like develops into like a top fleet defenseman, like offensively, and like can hit 20 goals in a year, or is that getting a little crazy?
I don't think it's too crazy. I mean, we're seeing it now. He does a phenomenal job. And again, you want to say being, the whatever victim of the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know. This isn't the first time we're seeing this from him.
Right.
We've seen him score like a lot this season,
in
coming down from the blue line in the clutch too. Yeah, for sure. And that was just his first goal of the night. He goes on to get a second. And we can break that down too. But I mean, this guy, every so often you'll see a blown defensive play by him. But other than that, he's quick. He plays some solid defense. He's a very, offensive minded player, and he's physical too. He's someone who can, protect certain players or whatever, and he's young. I mean, I would say it's not too far-fetched to say this guy could have 20 goals in a season. No.
Yeah. I mean, that's something to be excited about. What do you think about your mother asking if you want this jersey?
The hoodie jersey?
Yeah, she said you want a jersey like Barnes.
I mean, the hoodie jersey, I don't think so. Dude, I got a lot of hoodies. I have a Rangers hoodie already. I would want another jersey.
There's no hoodie. Oh.
You got a hood on it, no? It's a jersey hoodie.
I think it was because I wasn't thinking of like wearing the hood. I was like, I don't know. It's kind of a low profile hood. Like,
no, it is. It is. It's a low profile hood. I'll give you that. I know you were struggling with the strings too yesterday, dude.
Yes, Tony.
But yeah, I mean, I would rather just have a jersey.
Yeah.
I know it's the price is probably exponentially bigger. But dude, I want those alternate third jerseys are so sick, dude.
Yeah, definitely more Ranger gear in my future for sure.
And games.
In games, yes. But yeah, I mean, I just think it was an outstanding night. You mentioned Miller, having the 2 goals, and in Artemi power play goal, his 19th. Even Braden Schneider got in the mix with his 3rd, and Laffy, who we haven't heard from in quite some time, with his 10th and the 3rd there, and then Igor, almost flawless in net, 26 to 27. I don't really think there's much more you could have asked out of the team coming off this break.
Oh no, dude. And you spoke about Panarin's goal. I want to break that down, honestly. It was beautiful to watch. Just real quick, I think this is gonna be the play before, maybe. Oh no, this is the play, dude. Dude, what a freaking crazy cool play. Oh wait, no, that was Schneider's goal. My bad. 240. Here we go. Oh yeah, dude, this was the same deal here. Again, kind of like a give and go. You talk about the chemistry this team has kind of developed over the course of this season. Mika, by the way, which other people have been bashing, obviously, slow start of the season. I don't know. I think people were too quick to judge Mika's season because we talked about it too earlier on, where this guy, I mean, he is a great defensive forward. He knows how to back check. He's quick. And I think finally he found his way to get more points in the score sheet, because right here, he's got possession of the puck. So patient, dude. He fights off whoever's on him. Patience, gives it to Trocheck, and then on a dime, bro. Like,
I would love to get the miles per hour on that.
Dude,
that was a heater.
It goes from Trocheck to Panarin on the tape to in the net. In like literally, Darcy doesn't know what the fuck is coming on, dude. Like, It's unbelievable. Again, it starts with Zibanejad right here entering the zone, being patient, using his eyes. Little short pass to Trocheck opens the space up for Panarin. And I mean, absolutely like no fucking chance that any goaltender in the National Hockey League is defending this shot. Because it just goes tape to net so quick, dude. He doesn't even get down to the butterfly. And Darcy knows he just gets totally beat here. And again, what chemistry just to know where people are out on the ice. So freaking hyped to watch these goals, dude. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Just
so sick,
a
dude.
great night. And again, I mean, how do you not mention Laviolette?
Yeah,
Putting these guys in the positions to excel.
Really? I mean, we talked about that too. I mean, he creates such a competitive nature with this team. It forces guys to play against each other,
Right.
Like during practice, and it makes it even easier for them to play together during a game because they just know their tendencies, know where they're going. And obviously that competitiveness translates from inter-squad to actual games as Matthew is here with the hat, dude. Let's go. Look at him, dude. He's hyped. Let's freaking go, dude. So I'm super pumped for that win. Kreider, I believe, just passed, I want to say Adam Graves, I think it was, for most all-time points in Rangers history. So I think he's 10th now or 9th. So just past Adam Graves. He was obviously a presence in front of the net as always. You saw, I think Schneider's goal too was dope. It's great to see Schneider getting some goals.
Yeah.
No, it's you. Yeah. Mike's not even, I don't even know where Mike is, dude.
Is he here?
He should be here. Oh yeah, dude. So like again, watching the Rangers getting those crazy good goals, just by good plays. Like you see goals from Schneider now that are just like slap shots from the blue point, a little bit dirty, got bodies in front of the net. I mean, those are the opportunities that will come to you like when you play good hockey, like when the team is scrambled and trying to cover all these different parts of the ice. You saw it in Washington. Their defense didn't know what was going on. They were just collapsing to where the puck was, and that's where you get Schneider open the blue line with some space, takes a ripper, and gets a dirty goal. I mean, it's just literally like Laviolette is absolutely drawing this up in practice, and because of his, I guess, demeanor and that type of culture he set down, the Rangers with their talent are executing like to the T, dude.
You
so sick, dude.
Matty boy.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Can't hear anything.
Can you hear? How about now?
How are you?
Nothing?
There it is.
There
What's
it
good,
is,
boys?
dude.
Tony, little lower for me.
Oh, nice snag there by Tony.
A little lower if you don't mind.
Little lower
Just
if you
tad,
don't
just tad,
mind.
just tad,
How's
just
that?
tad.
Keep going.
Keep going,
Low.
Right here.
Right there.
Right
In the wheelhouse.
I do have a question for Tony, and this
Dude,
involves.
that hoodie's so dope.
Oh, dude, I'm
so
so
sick,
pumped for
dude.
this. Can't wait to wear it to a game.
Shinnecock.
Yeah, let's go. That's
Ken
sick.
Griffey, dude.
But I know Matt was there
Hey,
when they
Matt.
did this a few years ago, and I don't know if you could speak on this, Tony, but is it customary around this time for the Rangers to have a Florida road trip? Because he was there
Yes.
in Florida, and they're
No
playing the Panthers in Tampa Bay the next two games.
Yeah, maybe it is.
Because obviously the
And that was
The
the
story.
2015
Yes.
year?
Yeah.
that was 2015 going into 2016.
Okay.
They
gotcha,
definitely
gotcha.
that's definitely set up like
Yeah.
Yeah, it
every
must
year
be.
like that. Yo, I was talking to Goose yesterday. We were talking about that for a second.
Oh, really?
Dude, just crazy, dude.
Yeah. He
He-
must
he
be
thi-
pumped, no?
Yeah. Dude, it's so crazy. We actually didn't even really talk about the Rangers. Just
Oh,
like more
really?
like life stuff.
Yeah.
But dude, he's definitely pumped.
That's sick.
Yeah.
He's definitely pumped.
Dude.
I'm pretty sure the Rangers are probably his favorite team of all his teams.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
He-
sick
he-
right now.
Yeah,
dude.
either that or the Mets, but I'm pretty sure it's the Rangers.
And we're approaching 30 years. So
Dude, I know.
If not now, Tony, right?
Then when?
Then when?
When, dude?
When?
So when?
So, they're gonna be off
Off, Matthew. They're
They're
gonna be
gonna be
off.
off tonight.
You're a little bit off.
But then you got back-to-back games tomorrow,
Florida.
and then
Saturday,
Tampa,
Bay.
before they return home for Carolina and Chicago.
Chicago, dude.
So it's fun to be a Rangers fan right now,
So
and
much
it-
fun,
it's
dude.
dope.
and,
man.
and it's what's
Really
just
is.
nice. I mean, of course, hockey is such a team sport, but just the fact there are so many guys playing a role in their success right now. It's just nice to know, even if you have somebody down, the next guy's ready to go. And also, I think we've seen some positive signs out of Igor. after some struggles. So it seems like he's kind of riding the ship. And obviously Quick wasn't, as on the ball last time out. So I think, that'll kind of put to rest for a little bit anyway, that whole thing about if Quick should get more playing time. So
yes,
great spot to be in.
Right.
And can't wait to watch the game tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, definitely, dude. And to the Igor point, again, I mean, people are so quick to just already write Igor off.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, Jonathan Quick is hot right now, dude. Like, he's a veteran player. The story is tremendous. The Connecticut, he's a lifelong Rangers fan, whatever. He's not an everyday goaltender anymore. He's not.
No.
Yeah, he'll be good as a backup because he comes in and he could be like ready to go. He puts himself in that mental state because he's won the cup before, but he's not. Same
Tony?
deal with
Jonathan
freaking Tony Pollard for the Cowboys, right? Overuse him, he's gonna go down, dude. He's not. You gotta share, dude. Time share.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Thank you.
We did have some other surprising results just to kind of run down quickly from yesterday. And we mentioned it at the onset. I mean, how about the Penguins 7-0 at UBS? I mean, what the hell is that?
I mean, dude, the Penguins, again, they're that type of team where you get them rolling a little bit, they can really make you suffer. And the Islanders are a team that can just really roll over and die. I mean, we've seen them do it quite a few times this season already.
You're dead.
Yeah, dude. And Chris Letang, by the way, 6 assists. I haven't seen a 6-assist game from someone in so long, dude.
No.
It's like, dude, and to be a part of 6 of those goals, 6 of those 7 goals, I mean, that's crazy. Good for Letang. Know about his story. But yeah, Islanders absolutely fucking blowing it at home, dude. Getting shot out like that.
But I mean, you think it can be okay? They just didn't have it last night. Like they'll be fine, or you find a result like that concerning?
Do I?
Yeah,
for the Islanders.
Concerned?
Yeah, dude. I mean, listen. We talked about the Islanders heating up. Barzal playing really well. Ilya Varlamov obviously doing well between the pipes. And other guys like
put your feet up, right? Come on,
like Clutterbuck
right.
and
almost hit the fan. One-handed. Right?
So yeah, dude. I mean, again, like you're trying to say like, hey, we were making a case for the Islanders heating up and potentially making a playoff rush. Dude, 7-0 to the Penguins, dude. Like, I don't know, man.
How are the Penguins?
The Penguins aren't great,
They're
dude.
just over 500.
Yeah, like they're out of the playoff position right now, and the Islanders aren't.
Last hurrah?
Nah, probably not. He probably has
last
probably has a few more years.
But is it last hurrah in Pittsburgh, you think, or career?
Oh no, he's not going anywhere else. This is like Tony talking about McDavid.
No, he's not gonna go anywhere else, dude.
Connor?
Hey, Connor.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's concerning.
Go to Hoboken.
Again, you're trying to, like I said, you're the Islanders. You're trying to get some momentum. I mean, this is a total killer, bro.
Yeah.
From the Penguins, and I mean, I would not be surprised if the Islanders just go downhill from here. So if you're placing bets on the next 5 games, you may want to bet against the Islanders.
Wow. So if Jay was in the building, I feel like he would say, "Oh, I'm fading that." They're playing the Capitals.
Jay's
at home tomorrow.
Jay's a Rangers fan, right?
I mean, that's tough for the Caps, but I could see the Islanders. I can see again, like Ovi. We haven't seen a ton from him. He actually got pickpocketed last night, I think, by Trocheck. Phenomenal job by Trocheck on the defense. But yeah, dude.
The Bull.
I would be surprised. Ovi hat trick, classic. Islanders lose like 4-0, dude.
Really whipping it.
You know what I'm saying, dude?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yo, can we be careful, bro?
Another surprise, and then again,
Toronto, losing to Ottawa.
Yeah, to Ottawa. I mean, just overlook, I guess.
Yeah, I think overlook spot, dude. I'm telling you, Toronto is. I said it yesterday in the chat, dude. Chat GPT. I said, walk in front of the camera. Chat. Yeah, dude. I said it yesterday. I mean, Toronto is an absolute dumpster fire, dude. They're not. They're just one of those teams who continue every year to blow it, dude. They're like the Jets of the NHL, honestly.
Well, there are Jets in the NHL.
So I mean, it's pretty crazy to see that. In Ottawa, dude, I was hot on Ottawa earlier this season. Like, they have talented players. Obviously, they've had a lot of struggles. New head coach, though, a little bit of uptick of production.
Tony, is Broussard still there in Ottawa?
I don't think so. I think is
he retired?
Fucking retired.
Really?
Tired.
Dude, he was loving life that night in Miami. Happy New Year.
And a happy New Year.
He is an unrestricted free agent, dude. No one wants him walking in front of the camera. No one wants him.
You know what I'm actually?
Why don't we reach out? He can come here.
I'd pick him up.
Hire him here.
You see Bedard 2 goals for the Blackhawks last night, including the game winner in overtime.
Yes, game winner in
But
overtime.
that
yeah.
report that Michael sent us in the group chat, any validity to that? I didn't see anything on ESPN, like in terms of that he's tight,
What did
wants
he
to
say?
go.
I didn't
Or
even
you
see
think
it.
that might have been some smoke?
Bedard?
Yeah, I think
Bedard
it's
is tight?
smoke, dude. Like, I don't
Yeah.
think Bedard is
Did he
tight,
just get
dude.
drafted?
There's Randy Johnson.
Is
Do the
he 18 years old?
Like, so shut the fuck up, kid.
That's what I mean, dude. Like, he's not. Stop it, dude. Like,
Like,
he's
stop
not.
being a little
Randy
bitch.
Johnson, by the way, pitching right now, dude. You're gonna see a nice hit. Oh no, give him the high cheese first. That's right.
Dude, imagine getting
Matthew.
some chin music from Randy Johnson.
Hey,
Yeah,
Randy.
dude.
That would, you would shit your pants.
Randy Dandy.
I'd be so tight. Look at Lou Pinella. Hey, Lou.
Sailing it, dude.
Yeah, Barnes really heaves it in there.
Yeah, dude.
But hey, I mean, I did predict that yesterday on Sportsword. I had a feeling Winnipeg, not that strong.
Oh, we're on to Winnipeg now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's why I was saying Bedard. He played
Yes.
against Winnipeg.
Yes.
Mr. Bedard.
Also, you talk about signs of concern, like the Senators beat the Maple Leafs, but I feel like you're not going to say that applies to the Blues over the Stars. 20-9, losing to a 18-15 team.
Well, no, because the Stars haven't been like blowing games like Toronto has this season.
Okay, that's how it works.
And the
That's how it
Blues,
works.
again, the Blues, Pavel Buchnevich, Braden Schnennen, they have some other guys. They're not. And then Binnington out of nowhere comes up with. Did Binnington start last night for the Blues?
I would think, first game off the break, no?
I would think so as well. Just double checking though.
For the Blues? Who are you talking about? Their goalie?
Yeah, Jordan Bennington.
Did he stat?
Marco Scandella with a goal last night. How about that for an Italian name?
Oh.
He's from Montreal though.
How are you?
How are you, dude?
There's a lot of Italians in Canada, Tony.
A lot of Italians, dude. Oh no, Hoffer with 39 saves last night.
There you go.
For St. Louis. Maybe that's what it was. Colton Parayko. Obviously, dude,
Parayko?
Torrey Krug, Justin Falk. I mean, listen, the Blues have a good team, dude. Obviously, Sammy Blaze, former Ranger.
Yeah.
Buchnevich, also former Ranger. Kevin Hayes,
they're only
also
18
former
15
Ranger.
now.
Mr. Hayes.
Mr. Hayes.
Hayes is
Love
in
Kevin
St.
Hayes,
Louis?
dude. Yeah, dude.
Yo,
Jordan
Hayes-
Carew.
He was on one that night too, dude.
Braden Schnennen, as I mentioned, dude. Ryan Thomas. They're a good team, dude.
Nah, dude. They're not that good.
Yeah, they're not that good.
They're
And
eight-
Stars,
they're 18 and
Stars
15,
might not
Tommy.
make the playoffs.
They got rid of their head coach, right? This
Yeah,
season?
they did.
And that's
Oh,
the head coach
Dallas
from
is pretty
the-
nasty.
from the
Stanley
2017 Cup Finals,
I thought you were
dude.
talking about St. Louis.
Dude, what the fuck are you talking about
I
right
thought
now?
you were talking about the
Saint.
fucking Blues, dude.
I am talking about the fucking Blues
Well, they
right now,
suck.
dude. They got
I
rid of their
think
head
they
coach. I think
Dallas
just
is
a
good.
one-off win against Dallas. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's not like Toronto, like
Toronto.
man the
with
horns,
Toronto.
dude. Sound the bells. I don't think so.
The Bells of Canada.
The Blues will go off.
Oh,
I
no.
feel like, though, you had to be pretty impressed. And again, I did think this was going to happen. And it was against all odds. Imagine what the odd numbers would have been. But midway through the second, the Coyotes were down 4-0, 5 unanswered, including the game winner by McBain in overtime. I mean, kind of crazy, Tony, no?
Yeah, I think so. I think you said Keller hat trick.
Yeah, Keller didn't get on the board, unfortunately.
Max Kellerman.
Max Kellerman, dude.
Max
No,
Keller. I mean, but
Clayton
The
Keller,
ultimate
dude.
rat.
I mean, you got to give him some credit, no? I
Oh
mean,
no,
this
you
mountain
do.
started.
Yeah, I guess that's a huge comeback victory for the Coyotes. We talked about the Coyotes' record at home
Right.
being so good. Again, it has to beg the question where it's like you're playing at Arizona State University.
Mhm.
That's
You have
That's
a maximum
hilarious.
capacity of like 4,000 people.
they gotta come to Stanford.
Do you see what they set up for like the away team
It's like
coming in?
total
Dude, like in the middle
makeshift
of like it
fucking
looks like a
bench.
conference room for a hotel.
Nice. That's good.
And they just set up a circle of lockers and they put like pipe and
Like
drape
the
up.
the grand ballroom.
Literally, dude.
Yeah,
and it's like
definitely- definitely is what it is.
like pathetic, dude.
That's like what
So
they
it's
did
like
in the bubble.
these players come in here probably expect a professional facility and they get psyched out by playing at this fucking
but-
garbage.
They gotta know by now.
I know, dude.
Everybody-
Yeah, they
gotta know.
know.
I mean,
We
no,
know,
it's still
buddy.
we know about
it's still no excuse.
she's
No
doing.
Yeah.
excuses, bro. People on TikTok over there in chat, no freaking
Boy, you better
excuses.
be careful with
Sense
that
of
fucking-
accountability,
You're not,
dude.
Boy,
Back
you
up.
better be careful with that
Accountability,
shit.
dude. Matthew.
Go back.
Yeah, dude.
It's gonna snap.
For the Avalanche there, they shouldn't
Left-
be losing.
I mean, and then
Um,
also, 500 road team. I mean, I don't know. Is that
500?
concerning for the playoffs, or you think they get it together
Yes,
down the
no, I
stretch?
think that's
Talent-
concerning. One of the biggest things about the Avalanche, 2 years ago, was the fact that they were unbeatable
Yeah.
anywhere, dude.
right.
And obviously last season disappointing, and then obviously so far this season been disappointing as well. I don't know, dude. I would be concerned about their road. I know they're 21-11, but 7-7-3 on the road, losing to the Coyotes here. Those are the type of games in the playoffs that cost you the series.
Many.
Yeah.
It costs you the money.
Costs us
dude.
money if you gamble.
We'll see. What happens and if they can kind of turn around that road record. Not as big of a slate to tonight, but we do have some good games here. We have 4 on the schedule. Canadians at Hurricanes, Flyers at Canucks, Kings at Golden Knights, and the Oilers and the San Jose Sharks.
Wow,
We got that
Brian.
game
Wait,
circled.
who's B?
Your game of the night, dude. Oh,
But you, trailing like you are, I'll give you first pick here.
Canucks easy against the Flyers here. I know I'm hot on Torts.
JT Miller.
But dude, the Canucks are hot right now. Surprisingly good. You mentioned more points than the Rangers. Actually, they have the most points in the league, I believe.
How did that happen, though?
Because they're fucking good, bro.
Yeah, it's that simple.
It really is. It really is that simple. And Thatcher Demko, what did I say at the beginning of the season? They're a starting goaltender away from having a significant playoff season. And Thatcher Demko, I mean, I guess has proved me wrong because I thought he wasn't that goaltender, and he's playing really well. So you got to give him some credit there. But we know the talent there. And like I said, I know I'm hot on Torts and the Flyers, but I think here on the road in Vancouver, I don't know, dude. Give me the Canucks. And I think it'll be a tight one, honestly. I think the Flyers will give them a run for their money, but I think 5-3 at the end of the day for the Canucks. Empty net at the end there in garbage time. So really, the 1-goal game, the Flyers keep it till. And Torch is tight.
Yeah. And you know who else is tight? The Kings. And I think the Knights, they both played last night, right? So they're both on a back-to-back?
Both on the back-to-back. Knights, though, coming off the loss.
Knights coming off the loss.
Kings coming off the victory.
How about the Kings this year? I would guess this is a league best. 13-1-1 away from Crypto.com arena. I don't care, though. This is where it's like, all right, sit down. You're playing a quality opponent on the road. Everything's not going to be a cupcake.
They got a lot of road games, huh? That means they're what? They're 7-6-3 at home.
Which is interesting.
That
But
is 7. Yeah.
I'm guessing they don't get great crowds there. I mean, if the Clippers don't draw, what are the Kings doing in Los
It's
Angeles?
such bullshit, dude. I honestly, like, so many of these franchises, like I feel like the fan bases are spoiled brats, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Stanford
Like you don't
would
know
be
what you
nuts.
got, and it's right under your nose, and it's good, dude. Like, go see the Kings play.
But in all seriousness, I
Dude,
know
LA,
we could,
bro,
we,
they
could,
suck.
we could talk about this a million times, Tony, but you really don't think
Fugazi.
like it would work out in Stanford for one of these, ravaged fan bases that
I mean, I
good
wouldn't-
rivalry with the Rangers.
I wouldn't say the Kings are a ravaged fan base. I think that they're better off in LA than in
but not
Stanford.
even just them.
Yeah.
Give me your worst team. What?
Arizona.
Arizona.
Oh, like Arizona?
Yeah.
should move.
Honestly, dude, like Arizona's an up and coming state. Like, Brian, you talk about it all the time.
San Jose, get them out. I don't care.
I'm going
They're
there.
Garbage. They're
No,
garbage.
San Jose can't.
You're going
come.
to
I'm going
Arizona?
there in April.
Not the Sharks.
Arizona?
Really?
Arizona.
I'm saying like they're building them a new facility. They're building them a brand new facility in Tempe.
Your
Tempe.
cousin.
My cousin's getting married.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
My cousin
In
Vinny.
Scottsdale.
No, I don't think Scottsdale.
Sedona.
I think Sedonia.
Sedona.
Yeah.
But you really don't think, Tony?
I've never been there.
You really
Everyone's like,
don't
oh, Arizona's Coyotes are gonna leave. They
I'm
Oh, Arizona's really nice.
Gonna
though.
get lost. in
You
the
really
desert.
don't
guys are
think though?
such
Stanford,
Traitors.
Stanford Sharks over the San Jose Sharks.
Stanford Sharks.
Wow.
I don't know. I think it'd pick a different.
I don't think they. I don't think. I don't think they. I don't think they would get any
Taking
fans.
that team. You don't think like a natural rivalry with the Rangers?
Because everyone's
No, I
here. It's
don't.
already taken.
Islanders.
Yeah, but
Rangers, Islanders.
it's the Northeast is it's homogenized.
Set.
dude.
Well,
Yeah,
it would
like
be the
it's-
Stanford Whalers.
Doesn't exactly. You're not moving a franchise like the San Jose Sharks, dude. I mean, they've been in there forever.
Yeah, but they sucked
San Jose
forever.
is a huge.
They haven't
city, too,
sucked
right?
forever, dude. They were in the Cup final, like I don't know.
Probably at this point 10 years ago.
The Sharks.
Yeah, I think they were against
Oh,
the
the
Penguins.
Sharks. The
You're a-
Sharks.
What are you, a lone shot?
Probably like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
But still, dude, they're a storied franchise. Again, like,
Storied. I mean,
storied, dude.
How are they
storied, Tony?
I've never heard of
The
a story
Sharks in the
about that.
'90s were so hot, dude.
How many times did they win?
Patrick nice
Oh my gosh!
hit, dude.
And we.
Wow.
I'm trying to think. Maybe another franchise that could move.
I don't know why you're holding on to San Jose. I mean,
Because, dude, Stanford's not a good location.
Oh,
You have the Bruins and the Rangers and the Islanders and the Devils.
The Bruins right down the street.
I agree with Tony there because all the fans are already.
Dude, you're
taken,
30
like,
minutes from the city.
We're already.
You're 30
for.
minutes from
Well,
Manhattan.
you're not 30 minutes. You're an hour. First of all, not
45 minutes.
You're not 45
You are
minutes.
45 minutes.
45 minutes.
switch.
What are you going at? 2 in the morning?
I would not switch teams if they moved to Stanford.
I would not do that.
Yeah,
dude.
I would not, but I would go to the
tried and true
games.
Ranger fan.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
Where are they playing? Where are they
They're
playing?
right down the road from Brian.
They could knock down Bobby V's because they did a poor job with like.
What the fuck is that stupid ass mall that we saw in Stanford?
Oh,
that is a
dude,
fucking
dude,
travesty
that-
to even
that
be
That
there.
used to be
dude.
the top
Ass,
ball,
dude.
honestly. But malls are going down. I mean, that's the whole thing. I
I
don't know
see
how New York's going to survive.
giant Macy's right there, man.
Yeah,
This
dude.
is this
ridiculous.
city is shit.
Right next to Indeed.
Okay, well, let's not get carried away.
No, Stanford stinks.
Anyway,
Don't disrespect.
yeah, no, don't disrespect. Like,
No, yeah,
like
yeah.
Kev did.
I like
honestly.
clinging to scraps too, dude. Clinging to scraps.
You like to eat scraps?
No, well, I mean, it depends on the scraps, I guess.
But anyway, the Kings are going to get scrapped in Vegas. Okay? I'm going to say 5-0. Honestly, just a wake up call, a dose of
Wake
reality.
the fuck up.
Kopitar, Tony. I
All
don't
right,
care.
dude.
So Golden Knights.
No, yeah.
Take the under.
If you, yeah. Take the under too.
6.5. Yeah.
All right, so I guess I'll go with the Canes. I'll follow a page in Brian's book from yesterday. Who went with the Canes?
Brian.
Canes in the back-to-back. They did beat the Predators yesterday, I believe, right?
Mhm.
Now they're gonna beat the Canadians at home for sure, dude. Carolina though minus 250. A trap game. They want you to bet the Canadians, thinking they're gonna squeeze by a win. No
Yep,
way.
Yep.
Hurricanes all day. I would say 3-0. Let's go.
All right.
Let's fucking go.
We got
Come on,
you. Here we
let's
go. Your two favorite teams.
Yeah, I mean, you already know what I'm going to say, Tony. I mean, you tell the crowd.
Honestly, I don't. I would
Yes, you
guess
do.
you're going Oilers.
No.
You're really gonna fade the Oilers.
Yep. The Sharks have lost 6 games in a row.
They suck. Dude.
Not going to be 7.
9-23.
Hurdle is going to have
Tomas,
the
dude.
game winner in
That's
overtime.
the jersey you should have got.
Take the under 2-1 Sharks.
Tomas Hurdle.
You have to win games sometimes. These bad teams, they don't lose every game. This is a game at home. They're going to win. And you can get some nice juice, Tony, on this.
Plus 340, dude, for San Jose.
You put down 100, you get 340.
Put down 100,000.
Put the
get
fucking mortgage on it.
340,000.
Sell your home. Put the cash. I got a loan.
Yeah, take your
Tell the
life
bank.
savings, put it
Go
on.
go
get a
walk
loan
into
from the
TD Bank. Be like, hey, I want a
M&T.
loan. I'm putting a bet down on the San Jose Sharks. And they'd be like, "What? The San Jose Sharks, they suck. Who are they playing? The Oilers. Oh, we're giving you that loan.
We should rob the bank. Forget about the loan.
What's your prediction for this game, Tony?
Go to prison.
Oilers win it. I think maybe they're down 2-0 in the third period and they score 4 in the third. They win
I'm
4-2. Yeah, Mackenzie Blackwood.
There we go. There we
Yeah,
go.
that's what I think. I mean, again, we've seen the Oilers have those third period comebacks too recently, even against the Rangers most recently.
Yeah.
The Islanders did the same thing too.
Right.
the Isles.
The Isles, dude.
The Oils, huh?
But the Oilers
Wild.
minus 425 on the road. I mean, geez. I mean, it's hard to say just not to put a couple bucks on the Sharks, dude.
Throw a couple shekels.
Because again,
on it.
like, dude, Vegas fucking sucks with their odds for hockey.
I know. I
dude.
think this is. I haven't done it all year.
Like,
I think I'm just gonna put like $50 on it. Just
Let's do it, dude.
Yeah. Why not?
Why
Right?
not?
It's a good payout.
Yeah.
But
Easy
no,
there, Matthew. Oh, Matthew, $50. Holy fuck.
I'll check the box score, and it's gonna be like
Yeah,
4-0
dude.
Edmonton in the first.
Yeah.
I'll still try it though.
Went down the wrong
Whatever.
pipe.
Whatever. Pipe it, dude. Just gonna pipe. But yeah, so short slate tonight, but we got Thursday night football. We got some bowl games. We got the Pinstripe Bowl coming from Yankee Stadium, about 2:15. Rutgers in Miami.
The stadium.
And let me tell you, I
Miami
heard
of
the Rutgers
Florida or
AD,
Miami, Ohio?
Florida. I heard the Rutgers AD talking. I think he was, he was on the fan.
Yes, I heard
Jerry
that, dude.
and Joe Berningo.
Jerry Rico.
We're filling in for Boomer and Gio. But let me tell you, this is a little. Actually, let's just pull up the line real quick.
They
Tony.
also had on the Michael K show. They had
college football.
The Rutgers basketball coach
Oh, Steve Peichel.
on.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, too, underway at Fenway, BC leads. Has 6:21 left in the first, 3-0 over SMU. But
bowl
this
is that?
Rutgers, that is the Wasabi Fenway Bowl.
what?
And 215, like I said,
Wasabi.
this Pinstripe Bowl, Rutgers is a 2.5-point favorite. Total set at 41.5. I think we're going to see some defense in this one. But give me the Scarlet Knights here, covering that number. We're going to say this is going to be an exciting game, maybe a field goal at the end, but 20-17 Rutgers. And while we're looking at the bowls, there's 2 other bowls. I'll just pick them quick here. NC State, Kansas State. Kansas State, I feel like, has done well in these bowl games. But give me an NC State with the upset here. 3-point favorite, underdogs here. This one coming from Orlando Camping World Stadium. I believe that's where Central Florida plays their football games. But give me NC State. We'll go with the over here. And I'm going to say 35-31, which would be kind of interesting, high scoring. And last game of the night, you got Oklahoma, Brent Venables against the surprise of the year, Arizona. Give me Oklahoma. They are the slight underdogs here. I think Dylan Gabriel's transferring again.
Mr. Gabriel?
If I'm not mistaken. Actually, I kind of want to just look that up real quick, but I'm almost positive.
Dude.
And this one is from the Alamo Dome. So I know Michael knows the Spurs days, the dynasties back in the day. They used to play at the Alamo Dome. It's crazy that thing is still in existence.
I know, dude.
And he's going to Oregon, Dylan Gabriel.
Oregon?
So,
Oregon?
But we just saw yesterday USC beat Louisville with a freshman quarterback because Caleb Williams is preparing for the draft. So same situation here. You don't have your starter all year. Doesn't matter. Give me the Sooners. We're going to go under in this one. Total's 58.5. We're going to say Sooners 21-17.
Sooners,
old school.
I got to say, dude.
Old-fashioned football game at an old-fashioned venue in the Alamo Dome.
The only bowl shit I get riled up about is the championship. I think that's sick. But other than that,
the semifinals?
The college football playoff.
Yeah.
Playoff.
And then next year it'll be 12.
Could care less about bowl games.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's obviously they're there.
I can't believe this is the 9th year, bro. I remember watching the first one at Goose's house in
Ohio State,
at Green Acre,
Oregon.
bro.
Was Mariota in the first
Florida
one?
State,
State got
Oregon.
blown out by Oregon.
Yes,
and then
dude,
Oregon
famous
lost Ohio
James.
State in the championship. Yep.
Yes, that's right. No, but who did Ohio State play?
Alabama, I think. And they
probably, definitely.
They were the 4 seed. Ohio State.
Yeah,
barely got
won.
in.
Wow.
So
won the first one.
Crazy stuff. And I do last
This
year.
is a game.
Last year,
Who do you think's gonna win it this year, Barnes? Who's in it again?
It's Washington.
Texas?
It's Alabama. It's Texas, and it is Michigan. Michigan
They
is
should have had
the
Florida
1
State
seed.
in there.
You
Fuck
know,
them.
I'm gonna say Washington because no one expects it.
That would be sick.
The 2 seed. Texas 4-point favorites in that one. And those are going to be New Year's Day. The granddaddy of them all is going to be Alabama, Michigan, coming from the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. I know Tony loves this conversation. I'll give my full predictions tomorrow on that one. But yeah, and I was going to say too, it's crazy. It was a year ago. I was at the bowl game at Yankee Stadium, Syracuse, Minnesota.
Dude. That's right.
So yeah, that
To the day.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool. But yeah, we'll talk about the semifinals tomorrow, the NFL, the NHL, all the good stuff. If we ever get any more Major League Baseball news, but probably not.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty crazy, bro. The
I know.
stalemate.
I know, but it'll happen maybe after the new year, for sure.
After the holiday, for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, once again, just another great show. Good having Matt here, of course.
Yeah.
Really
dude.
appreciate.
Yeah,
I'll see you at the stadium today, brother.
Fuck yeah,
All
dude.
of the,
I can't wait to go to the stadium, dude.
the comments, the likes, the subscriptions, the TikTok followers,
The TikTok.
everybody on
Coming in
Instagram Live, Twitch, YouTube,
I think they're going to get
Facebook. All of the viewing platforms. We really appreciate everybody. And we encourage you to check out all the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay. Costume, merch, downtimetv.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games,
Enjoy life.
and we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do.